Hi guys. Alright, I want to figure out how... Hi! Right, does anyone know how to pin something? Because I really want to pin what I'm doing and I have no clue how to pin. Right, figuring out this pin option, guys. Do I leave a comment and then it pins? Morning! Who is a genius at lives? Pin, no. Like, if I click on a, oh, okay, so I need to write something. I got it. Okay, I'm just gonna pin what I'm doing. Hey, Dawn. Thank you, Basma. Okay, I'm trying it. Ugh, it's quite long to type. Sesame flatbread. Okay, got it. Okay, now I need to pin it. Yes, we pinned it. Hi, Mitz. How are you? Mitz, my best friend all the way in Japan. Okay, I've pinned it, guys, so you can all see what I'm going to be cooking. Hi, Maha. Dina, can I half the recipe? You can half the recipe, Gigi, but you're still not going to get very many. Remember, I made it at your house, and the full recipe gives you about 9 flatbreads. So if you can half it, but I would still stick to the same amount of yeast. Mitz, let's get rid of the foul language. Right, okay, we have now pinned. Who is cooking along with me? I know a couple of you are, so please do let me know. I don't want to start until I know that you're all ready for the ones that are cooking along. Oh, Oman Chips. I know. So Oman Chips sent me a huge box with like 50 packets because I found out the other day that they sell them in the UK and I never knew it. And now they sell them online and they made my day. I've been missing Oman and now I have a piece of Oman. So I'm really excited. Yes, Sabrina, I don't take off my jewelry. However, good point. I need to take off my rings and I always forget to take off my rings when I'm about to start kneading. So rings are coming off, guys. Bracelets can get dough. I really don't have time to take them off. Okay, Faye. Look after the baby and then you can look after the dough. Are you laying in bed? It's early now in Oslo for cooking, iftar now. Oh, you're all the way in Oslo. Amazing. Well, you have to make it afterwards. That's so cool. They're in Oslo. I was eating chips on one since grade 1. Yeah, chips on one I like, but I need to find out how to use them in a recipe. Okay, so guys, let me know if you are cooking along and I will not go as fast as I usually go. However, so making Zanzibari flatbread for you guys all today. One of my favorite breads. I'm not a massive bread eater, but this is like the ultimate bread. It's just right. So if you know focaccia, the Italian bread, it's a bit like that mixed with naan. That's how I say it. So it's like if those two had a baby, this is the baby you would get. You get a little Zanzibari flatbread baby. I'm just gonna wait. Of course, Dawn, you're never gonna make these. You're gonna wait for me to come. I even washed my hair for you guys today, and then my mum came in shouting like, "You need to put it up. I don't want your hair everywhere." So hair is up, guys. So if you are making these along, I'm gonna begin with the yeast. Need to put your yeast in some warm water, not too hot. I'm using fast action yeast. My mum's also angry about this because she went out of her way to buy me proper fresh yeast and I just don't like it. Like I know how to use it and I'm fine to use it, but I just feel more comfortable with my normal fast action yeast. And one thing I found is that the supermarket brands, their fast action yeast is actually better than the well-known brands of fast action yeast. Good morning, Rosie. Oh, it's so nice to have you all. Okay, so adding that to my water. So I made some this morning already. So I know that I said 400 mils of coconut milk. I actually use coconut milk powder at the moment. Here we go. I actually prefer it. It's more economical for a start. Has a higher content of coconut milk compared to tins. So, you know, you just get a lot more coconut to water ratio, which is great. So you're actually going to need almost 600 mils of liquid. So if you've only got a 400 ml tin of coconut milk, that's fine. You can use an extra 200 mils of water. But again, this all depends on your flour. So my flour this time needed a bit extra. If you're not vegan, you are more than welcome to put an egg in this. My grandmother loves to put an egg, just for the sake of putting eggs in. But actually it makes it slightly more spongier if you have an egg. So you get that more like kind of cakier texture with the egg. But I'm not going to be using eggs today because I'm not wasting my eggs. So you just want some warm water. Okay, mine's a bit boiling. Up to about 600 mils. And then just drop your yeast in there and leave it for a bit. My grandma never leaves it for a bit. She just chucks everything in, and I'm like, no, you need to let it do its thing. Gigi, how much liquid if you're using half the flour? Yeah, about 300 mils, Gigi. So basically what I do first, initially, when I'm doing the full recipe, I do 400 mils of the coconut milk, and I chuck that all in, and then usually the flour soaks it all up, and then I keep extra coconut milk or water or an egg to subsidize when I need a bit more. You'll see, because it's the consistency you need in order to make it work. So that's really important. So if you are using powdered coconut milk, or would like to invest in some because it's the best thing since sliced bread, it's 1 tablespoon to every 100 mils. So I'm going to need about 6 tablespoons of this. My grandma, I had to figure this out for you guys because I don't, we usually just chuck it in. We don't really measure with this because we're so used to doing it. But yeah, coconut milk is so much better. Guys that are joining, do let me know if you are making it. Okay, I lost count. Was anyone counting? Yeah, we're gonna go. Okay, one more. Doesn't matter if you've got extra coconut. It's great. I'm just gonna have more coconutty. And the reason we use coconut milk, so this bread in particular, in Tanzania, they also make it. I don't think they make it. Hey, Romea. Okay, so you're making it too. Yeah, so this particular bread, they don't actually, I don't think they make it in Kenya as well. I know they make it in Tanzania. However, they don't use coconut milk, they use water. And that's mainly because Zanzibaris are known as the coconut people. So in Swahili, they were known as watu wa nazi, or watu wa coconati, because they just survive off coconuts. So that's why we use coconuts. But however, there is a genius behind coconuts, and that's the fact that it keeps everything really soft. So your dough stays softer for longer. So I always advise you to use coconut milk if you can substitute. I hate using water. I am pro coconut milk. So I'm just going to let my yeast do its thing. I was debating which bowl to use. If you are doing the whole measurements, how much dried yeast, if active dried yeast? Okay, I use 7 grams. So my packets, yeah, because you buy it in a tin. Okay, all the packets I buy are 7 grams. You can probably get away with half if you're halving the recipe. So I would say this packet does at least a tablespoon and a bit. So do a tablespoon, Gigi, or a little bit more if you want. But 7 grams is the exact weighing amount. So I didn't know which bowl to use. However, the batch that I've made in advance ended up needing a big bowl. So we're going to go for a big bowl because it's going to need a lot of rising. So if you've got a small bowl and you're doing the full recipe, it's going to explode once it starts to rise. So we use a lot of coconut in Kenya. Yeah, you do use a lot of coconut in Kenya. Coconut's the best. We all have great coconuts. It's a tablespoon. Thank you so much. There we go, Gigi. A tablespoon is what you need of 7 grams. So that's fine. Right, so for the flour, 650 grams. Got to the effort to weigh this, guys. Never weigh it. And the flour I'm using at the moment, I think I posted it on my stories. Hi. Is this one. It's called Class. I got it from my Turkish supermarket. And it's actually from Bosnia. That's where it's from. And it's amazing. It's nothing fancy. It's a number 400. No fine flour over here. But it does the trick. And actually, the people that sell it in the UK happen to just... The girl follows me. She came to my supper club. And she was telling me that it's a type of flour they always use for pastries and doughs back in Bosnia and Serbia and that kind of region. So if you guys can get hold of it, you can order it online, and Sainsbury's also have it as well, or like lots of independent stores. So 650 grams of flour. Oh, there we go. Okay, I need a bit more. Okay, so that's all my good flour over. No, I've got some bread flour. You can also use bread flour, guys. That's what I use my Turkish shops. Yeah, Turkish shops always have great flour. By the way, Turkish people also have really great flour. I tend to always go there. We buy like big, huge 5 kilo bags. Right now, it's impossible to get those bags because everyone is just fighting for it. I can't find flour on Sainsbury's. You should look in the ethnic sections, Dawn. The ethnic sections have the flour, the good flour, in that little like world aisle. So definitely look there, and then you'll find it. But also just go down to an ethnic shop. Ethnic shops have it, and they're like hiding it under their tills and then only giving it out to people bit by bit. Are you breaking your fast with this bread this evening? Yes, I'm going to be having this bread this evening. So my grandparents, and we're all going to have it. It's the best. And usually we have it like with a curry or something. I just love to eat it straight up and plain. Dilshad, yeah, it's called pied in Turkish. Oh, thank you, Dilshad. Dilshad's my favourite Turkish person ever, guys. So she's there if you need any Turkish tips. Okay, so I've got my 650 grams of flour. Great measuring there. Gonna need some salt. Again, this is up to you, but you don't want your bread to not have salt. So I would say about 3-4 teaspoons. But you know, I love salt, so we won't get into that debate. Okay. However, so if you're making this vegan, you're gonna need oil. If you're making this non-vegan and you don't really care, use butter. So I love Lurpak. Lurpak in this is amazing. Make sure it's salty Lurpak. Do not be using non-salty Lurpak in this. My hands are itching to start. Faye, you'll get your moment. give someone else the baby. So Lurpak in this, if you're doing it vegan, you can put an egg, you can put oil in here instead. There's something about Lurpak though that just makes everything so great. And you just need a tablespoon of oil in here, or a tablespoon of butter, completely up to you. I'm just checking, you guys, in case you're saying anything. Who is fasting that's actually watching this at the moment? How's it going? We're almost like, we've done a whole week. Wow, guys, last week we started. We're doing well here. Okay, so about a tablespoon of butter is enough. Just chuck that in there. And then, okay, my yeast is done. So my yeast and coconut, that's your final thing. Oh yay, you're fasting. Don't forget to write the recipes. So this recipe, yeah, I've already written it on one of my posts. There's also an IGTV video for it, but I missed out a step on the IGTV video, so that's why I'm desperate to show you guys how to do it properly. Yeah, fasting really isn't too bad, but message me guys if you do make this at a later date and need more tips. Okay, so coconut milk's going in, and the yeast is about ready. If your yeast still isn't fermented after that 5 minutes, just chuck it in. It's going to be fine. As long as the liquid is warm, it's going to be fine. Hard job cooking and speaking. It is, however, I love cooking and I love talking, and I can talk to save my life, and it's great. So guys, all I did was just chuck in the coconut milk. I didn't make a well or anything fancy. No, just chuck it in, okay? If you guys have a stand mixer or a bread maker, you can speed up the process. My grandma never uses her hands anymore, mainly because it's just too difficult for her, but you don't need to. A stand mixer is great because it will just do all the kneading for you with the dough hook, so I would advise that. What can you substitute coconut milk with? Just use water. The only reason I use coconut milk is not because I'm trying to insert a nut milk, it's because I want it to be soft. So you can use water. However, if you're not vegan, then I would really advise you put an egg in it, because the egg will help soften it, whereas I don't find water softens it. Oh my god, all the way in Sydney? Oh, I'm so happy. What's the time in Sydney? Rosie, yes, I can talk to save the world. She knows. Right, guys. So, if you're doing this by hand, you just want to get in there. You want to make sure that all of your liquid is getting soaked up, okay? So, just going to get it all in there. I now need more water, and I already put in about 500 mils of like coconut water mix. But it looks like I'm going to need more, which is fine. Just, again, it depends on your flour, whatever flour you're using. So don't feel like restricted to that amount. Just going to need a tiny bit. Water here. Mum, my mum's sitting here. My mum's my helper today. Can you give me some more water? Mum! No, my mum's too scared to talk. She's sitting here in the background and she thinks she has to whisper, but just whispering. 8:15 in Sydney. This is amazing, you guys. I love it. Yes, you all have to try it. Dolly, you have to try it. You can use yogurt too. Yes, you can use yogurt. Yeah, we never really put yogurt in this. Mum, I didn't ask for this much water. Okay. Is it even warm? Yeah, you can put a bit of yogurt if you're using water, and you can also add in, so add in your, yes, okay, oh god, my mum's in the background just telling me things. I never realised how making bread eats up your flour. Yeah, it eats up so much flour. The good thing about this bread is this is all the, you're not gonna need any more flour in this afterwards, because you're not like kneading it onto a surface afterwards, which is great. So guys, I'm just going to add in a bit more water, and I'm going to show you the consistency we're kind of looking for. So just get moving with your hands. This is like the only bread I like to knead. Dina, I missed everything. What did you do? What did you add to the flour? Add in salt, Gigi. Then once your yeast is fermented, add it in with your coconut milk. Chuck it all in. That's all you need. And a bit of butter or some oil. Tablespoon of butter or tablespoon of oil. I'll slow down for you guys. I don't want to go like speeding up if you're doing it with me. Okay? Come on, Gigi, you can do this. I've made this at your house before. So, this bread is completely different to most bread because you don't actually want a big firm ball, and you're not going to be kneading it or rolling out anything on your surface. You're looking for this kind of like sludgy texture. So, you just got to keep going. And the kneading process, oh, I'm going to do it like this too because it's easier. I feel like one of these grandmas doing this, but it's great. You got disconnected. Okay, catch up, Gigi. I'm here. Hi, Aisha, all the way from South Africa. Oh, I'll tell my mum everyone's saying hi. She's run away. From Muscat. I'm so glad that you made it. Yeah, so you've got to get kneading. Takes a bit of arm work. I've forgotten how much work this needs. This is like the only bread, guys, that I would knead by hand because it's just got to, I don't know, it's a different kind of feel to it. I'm not looking to get it into some perfect smooth ball. I'm just looking to get a load of paste smooth. It is hard work, guys. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, I must love you guys because I generally don't like to use like a lot of arm strength, and I'm using my arm strength for this. Right, you're gonna need to knead this for a good 10 minutes. Keep slapping it, keep going. It will get there. And there's no like particular movement. You don't have to knock air into it. Just kind of grab it all from the sides once in a while. That slapping is so satisfying. Okay, yeah, this slapping I kind of love. So, okay, my mum's saying hi to everyone on here. She's Cami Didi. She's just upstairs. She could have just come down and said hi. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Basma. Oh, okay. But this bread is kind of fun, and you can get the kids involved. That's what I love about it, because it's nothing that you need to perfect. And it probably did do a better job. You can't use a spoon or anything for this. You just have to get your hands into it, guys. And just keep going. Thank you, Faye. Oh, it's not easy work, guys. I'm gonna have so much bread by the end of this because I've got my heart attack moment for you guys in a minute. Okay, so I'm also getting really hot because I had to turn on my grill because it just takes ages to heat up. So at the moment, the back of me is getting all burned, but whatever. We do this for food. Oh my god. Hi everyone coming in. Mum and Rosie, take your conversations elsewhere. Right, whoever's making this, let me know where you are at on your steps so that I can help you and guide you. Guys, I'm out of bread. Now I get what my grandma just serves it in a bread maker. You just need that kneading to be done for you. The thing about this is you're helping it like glutenize. Is glutenize even a word? But yeah, you're doing what you need to do. Right, mine's got there. I'm going to show you. Let me just scrape all the edges around for you. Ooh. So, and this bread is really interesting because we don't cook it, you don't bake it. I baked it once and I regretted it. You have a completely different texture if you bake it. And I asked my grandmother like why we don't bake it or anything. It's because basically in Zanzibar they never really had electricity. So everything they did was usually on a frying pan, just over like fire and everything. So they had to do anything that just involved working in a saucepan. So they would actually just, they had to learn how to do bread this way. And so I really love that it's not just done in the standard way. Please, can you save this live? I'm going to save this live. I'm also screen recording it so that I can see if I can post it later. I'll edit it a bit. So it will be there. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to save it this time. We figured it out. Okay. I now have some perfect bread. If you've been working in a smaller bowl, you may need to divide it for the rise. Okay, so I'm going to show you the consistency. Oh my god, guys, I love it. It's like dough porn. It's just amazing. I've never given this bread to someone and they didn't like it. Okay, so that's the consistency you want, guys. Look, it drops in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. So you want to paste. Hey Nasa, no, I'm not making mandazi. I'm making no, Nasa, I'm not adding you to my live. Okay, I'm making flatbread, coconut and sesame flatbread, and yeah, that's what I'm making. No mandazi today, guys. I may do mandazi another week, but that's some serious, like, the amount of art attack moments I'm going to have to do with the mandazi is kind of crazy, so we're going to figure this out. I'm not adding you to my live, Nasha, because you're going to confuse me, and I'm trying to teach everyone how to make this bread. Next time you can do a cook along with me. Okay, right, hands are going to get all a bit ugh. Just try and wipe it onto your bowl. You don't want to lose any dough. It's all going to be useful. I can't wait to show you guys my art attack moment of what I did earlier. Nasa, but you should learn. I am fasting and it's going really well. I'm loving it. I'm actually getting so much done, which is great. Like, I feel really productive. I've gone past that stage of when you're feeling like sluggish and tired, and now I just feel like loads of energy is coming my way. So yeah, I'm fasting. Right. Okay. Dough is done. Dough will look like this. Do not expect your dough to look like a proper dough ball or anything. This is the right way that it should look. You want to cover it with cling film. For some reason, I have disgustingly cheap cling film in the house and I hate it. But it will, okay, I'm probably going to get this messy. I'm going to call my mom for this. So we're going to leave it. Bye, Zahra. I love your Hanjaneti. Thank you, Nasser. I love this. I miss Oman so much. I need to just wear anything that just says Oman. Thank you, Zahra, for approving. Do I understand Arabic? I understand Arabic, but I have to concentrate to understand. So, like, I have to be sitting down, like, really focusing on it so I can work out, like, what the root of the word is to then figure out what the endings and the beginnings are. So, yeah, just about. It's slow. It's getting there. I have an Arabic teacher. You cook a lot of yummy East African food. Do you speak Swahili? I do speak Swahili. So, if you'd like to know what this bread is called in Swahili, it's called mkate wa ufuta. So, mkate means bread. Wa is like of or and ufuta is sesame, but oil in Swahili is ufuta or mafuta, and they derive from the same word. So ufuta is sesame in Swahili, guys. See, I can teach you. My Swahili is very, very good. At the moment, I think it's better than my English. So guys, once you're done with your dough, you've got your consistency. If you're baking along with me, let me know if you've got to this stage. You need to cover it with cling film, keep it in a warm area. I always keep mine in the boiler room. Or in my oven or the microwave if the oven isn't on. So yeah, boiler room is a great place, but then I tend to forget it's in the boiler room and I come back later and we have dough exploded everywhere. So let me show you how it's meant to look once it's done. Oh. So once it's done, your dough should have risen loads. Look, did you like my art attack moment, guys? Or do you need me to do it again? Yeah, mkate wa ufuta. Everyone knows about mkate wa ufuta. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. And it should have risen, which it has done. I left this one in the oven earlier for about an hour. It rose after an hour. So you have two choices at this point. I never do it. Bibi says it's not necessary. That's my grandma, by the way. She says you can, like, knead it again and then leave it for a second rise. No way, I always wondered what it had to do with oil. Yeah, so ufuta, sesame seeds, and mafuta derive from the same thing. And I think it's because sesame seeds produce an oil if you blend them. So, yeah, that's where it comes from. It's pretty clever. If anyone's... in Arabic, we just call them simsim. So I was hoping I could find, like, another connection because Swahili, especially Swahili from Zanzibar, has so many similar connections to Arabic. But I can't find one there. Okay. So we have risen dough. Amazing, right, guys? Speak some Swahili. I don't even know what to say to you guys. You and Nini kusema. I don't know what to say to you guys. I speak Swahili, by the way, like a real British person. The accent is heavy and thick. Let me just turn on my oven, guys. Okay. Let me catch up with all your questions. Mkate wa ufuta, so I always enjoy when I visit my friends from Zanzibar. Yeah, it's the best. This bread is the best, guys. You'll thank me in the long run. And anyone that watched my live last week, I want to say thank you to everyone that made the sambusa. I was so impressed. I was so happy. I spent the whole week getting excited. You made my grandma excited because technically it's her recipe. How long should it rest for? So I leave it to rest literally till the dough rises. And for instance, this one took exactly an hour to rise perfectly right to the top. Then it's done. Doesn't need any longer. You're just waiting for it to rise and then you can get going. So if your dough rises quicker, like in half an hour, get going. It's fine. And my Malak, is Malak my niece? Malak is my niece. Can you tell her to watch my live? Habari and Zuri, Vipi hali yako? I'm doing some Swahili, guys. I like that I can change it up for you all. Guys, how's the making going if you are making it? I always wonder what. Let me know how it's going. Right. Okay, so at this point, as my grandma says, you don't have to do a second rising. Oh, I used to. Apparently, it can make it smoother. Oh, like softer. I disagree. But it's completely fine. Okay, so you're gonna have this like very almost runny. Oh shit! Sorry, excuse my language. Almost fell out. You're gonna have this kind of runny type of dough. Can I freeze the dough after it rises and use it for another day? Well, technically, like other doughs, for instance, like mandazi dough, you can freeze it and then it will work perfectly when you thaw it. This dough, however, I wouldn't recommend it, I think, because of the consistency, but I will try. I will save some and attempt it for you guys. However, I mean, who wants to leave it? Each batch, I'm going to tell you, the recipe I gave you, makes roughly 9 to 10 flatbreads, round flatbreads, okay? So, honestly, do you really want to save it? No, you just want to eat it. It's better you make them and then freeze those ones. That's what I do. And then it's perfect. I have loads stored in the freezer. Always perfect. So there. Okay, right. Now that my dough's done, I'm just going to kind of grab it all around the sides. Wipe it away. It's gained so many air pockets, which is amazing. Right, for this next step, we're now going to take it over to the oven. Yeah, to the hob. Turn on your grill now. You need your grill on. So guys, as I said before, we don't use the oven. We use the grill part. You're going to fry and you're going to grill. This is the cool method behind this bread, which I love. Can you freeze the finished bread? Yeah, I always freeze the finished bread. I always make loads, give them to my Bibi and my Babu. Babu's grandfather, by the way, for those that don't know, and Bibi's grandmother. And I freeze them for them, and then they just take them out when they want them, and it's perfect. You can heat it up in the oven or heat it up in the grill, or chuck it in the microwave. Whatever you feel like. It stores really well, and the taste never goes. So it'll be perfect. Okay? I'm going to move you guys to the oven. Oh, you're like getting a whole... Oh, look, can you see the cookie cutters? If you've never seen the cookie cutters before, this wall is becoming famous for all of the cookie cutters. The house is a mess. Can't show you the rest. Okay, so I'm going to put you here. Oof, it's hot. Okay, so... Right, for this next step... Oh, guys are really far away from me and I'm trying to read your comments. For this next step, you are going to need a bowl of water with some salt in it. So there's a little trick behind this. When my grandmother used to live in Africa, the way they would cook this is they'd have their frying pan. I kind of need to demonstrate it. They'd put the bread on and then when they wanted to heat the other side, because they didn't have a grill, they'd flip it over and then they'd take the fire from the hob and it would cook the top, but the bread would stick. And the way that they got the bread to stick, well, first they had old pans, the bread stuck anyway. However, what they also did is they had salt water. So salt water makes your bread stick. It makes something stick to the pan. So if you have a non-stick pan, you need a non-stick pan for this because you need the bread to come off, but you also need some salt water so that the dough can stick a little bit to your pan. So salt water, guys, don't forget that. Can you cook in a Dutch oven? No, the whole point of this bread is you really need it. Okay, I'll show you how. I'm going to show you the first one and then you'll kind of get it once it's done. So you really need that. It's really weird. So if you guys flick salt water in your pan, don't know if I can show you, you're going to see like the little white parts are like sticking, and that's the salt getting stuck, so that when you go to put your dough, it's going to stick. So you have to flick a bit of water, not too much, and you're going to need the water to help you pick up the dough as well. Bye, Rosie. Thank you. You have to make some, Rosie. Right. So you're going to need your dough. I'm going to have to put this. I haven't got a lot of room, guys. Waiting for my dream kitchen to come along. So dough, and then sesame seeds. I only have black sesame seeds today. My grandmother is going to flip out. She hates black sesame seeds. They actually have a completely different taste to normal ones. But you know what? we've got to live. We're working with what we have. And if you guys feel like zhuzhing it up, and I like to zhuzh it up to make it a bit more Omani, you can use some za'atar. So I have my Omani za'atar. This is like the last of the last, because obviously no one's coming from Oman at the moment, and it's the best thing. Best thing ever is za'atar on, I need to turn down the heat. Best thing ever is za'atar on top of this bread. It's going to be great. So you can switch it up with different sprinkles. Sesame is the classic one, but feel free to go wild. Completely fine. Okay. And then, so sesame seeds, za'atar, or whatever, which one you want. Bowl of water, because you need to dip your hands in, so you're going to get stuck. And then, at this point, you're going to need some butter to spread on once your bread comes out of the grill, or you're going to need some oil. So whichever one you want. If you're not vegan, go for the butter. Always go for the butter. Right. Ooh. P.S. My mum doesn't like P.S. I felt like I was writing an email then. My mum never cleans the hole properly, and lately it just constantly like smoking in my face, but we're going to work with it. Right. So, hand is wet. Ooh, hand is wet. Going to pick up about that much, about a handful. I'm going to move this out of the way to show you. Let me know if you can see this, guys. And I'm just going to drop it on, and then you quickly need to grab more water on your fingers, okay? And then you just need to like press it out. Yeah, when I first started doing this, I was petrified. I'm petrified of heat, fire, anything. Okay, and you need to press it out really quickly, which is why your fingers need to be wet, because you need to like spread it into like a circle. This one's not looking like a circle. Don't worry, first one never comes out correct. And then with another dry hand, take your sesame seeds and you want to like sprinkle it on. I'm going to try and move you guys closer so you can see. Let me know if you can't see properly. I have a whole bag full, don't mind sending you some. Oh, you've got a whole bag full, I love you. That's the best. I love people that have loads of za'atar. Okay, so put on your sesame seeds, and then you literally just got to wait a bit. So it's going to start, what's actually going to happen, if I can show you, is the dough. Let me bring this down. So basically what's going to happen in here is the batter starts cooking from the bottom, and you can start to see it will start to go dry. Let me see if I can get it closer. Hold on, guys. Whoa. Oh, hey, closer to me. Okay. Turn off the comments so we can, I don't know, I honestly, my hands are too dirty to turn off comments. Right, okay. There's the bread up close, and you can kind of see there's a bit of a dry part here where it's actually starting to cook through. So you kind of want that to get halfway before we like put it under the grill. So you'll see, but there you go. That's how it's looking at the moment. Not the perfect circle, because obviously first time round never goes well. And then, should have done it, oh. Should have done it on the other hob. Right, mine's now coming to almost halfway through. And what's going to happen is once you go to put it in the grill, it's then going to cook through the middle and up to the top. And then it's going to make it like rise and bubble a little bit. So you need a really hot grill on. And then, yeah, that's perfect. So I think mine's got to the middle. So I'm going to put it in. And if you want to check to know if you're ready to put it in, let me find a spatula. You can take a spatula, pick it up from the bottom because it would have kind of hardened, and then the bottom will be brownish. So the bottom line's already brown, which means it's able to go in now. And then you just put it in the grill. Oh, I need to open this. By the way, this isn't like the neatest thing to do. I'm going to read your questions in a minute, guys. 2 seconds. Right. So I put it in the grill, and then I can just get started on the next one. So I always use 2 pans for this because I like to multitask. It does get a bit wild when you start multitasking, but it's the best way to do it. There we go. So yeah. So it's like, I know people that have baked it. When I've been in a rush, I've tried baking it. I actually did it when I was in Oman with Gigi, and we baked one. We baked a za'atar one, and when I baked the za'atar one, I had to add in a lot more oil into the tray so that it just didn't dry out. And it was good, but it gives you a really different texture, gives you a very cakey like texture, and that's not what this bread's about, guys. You really need to do it this way to appreciate it. So it's really good. So I'm going to do the next one. So water, salt water on the pan. Don't forget the salt water, guys. Who's going to be making this after? I want to know who's actually going to make this. I'm waiting to see all of you guys, because every time you guys make something that I do, I get really excited. And shout out to all the people that have made my sticky toffee pudding, aka banana bread, so far. It's been amazing to see it, and I'm so glad. I really had to test that recipe a couple of times because the first time I made it, it was not the best thing ever. So yeah, you're gonna make it. I can't wait to see. Right, going in for the next batch. Here we go again, just to show you guys. Wet hand is so important, as you're just gonna have dough stuck to your hand. Oh, Sarah, you're gonna make my sticky toffee pudding or the bread. I don't know what anyone's making though. Would love to try it out soon. I make it, but yeah. See, I can't turn my pan upside down. First, I don't have a gas oven. This is how much, guys, goes in. First, I don't have a gas oven. And secondly, I don't trust myself to flip it. My grandmother would never allow me to flip this upside down. Like, if I try and flip this now, it's gonna fall out. We're gonna have a disaster on our hands. But if you have the skills to flip your frying pan upside down, I would love to see you guys try it. So please, like, video it for me if you do. Could you post me some, please? I would love to post you some. The bread, yes, Sarah, get your coconut milk, and it's the way forward. If you can get hold of coconut milk powder, always 10 times better. Okay, I'm gonna put za'atar on this one to show you guys. So my za'atar is like literally straight from the farmer. I had to pick out all the twigs, and on the odd occasion, I sometimes still get twigs when I eat it. So, putting za'atar on this one to show you guys how. You're also going to need one of these, guys. Oh, catching up. Yeah, I'm reading all your message. When my little boy goes to nuts, it's hard. Yeah, it is hard. Well, I don't have kids. I don't know why I'm saying it's hard. Also, to all the parents that are surviving quarantine. Burning myself. To all the parents surviving quarantine, I salute you. I couldn't do it. I would have gone crazy by now. Like, being locked up with loads of children. My worst nightmare right now. Oh, God. Nigella seeds. Oh my god, yes! Fatma's here. So me and Fatma were given a kilo of Nigella seeds, and we've been trying to figure out what to do with it. I also don't know where I put mine. You could actually put Nigella seeds on this. However, Nigella seeds are really good for putting in your hot drinks. Really good for your breathing, immune system. I love all my little home remedies, so make sure like you keep an eye on those. Guys, if your grill can fit 2 frying pans in, by all means go for it. Mine, however, will not hack that, so I'm not going to try it at all today. So, there. Who's still working during quarantine? Like, I'm curious to know. I am working. I feel like I'm working more than ever as well. My mom's working. She's a key worker. Shout out to key workers. Hi, Shifa! Don't forget the bread in the grill. No, I'm not going to forget the bread in the grill, but I know that my grill, yeah, it's not ready. Like, it's almost there. It's already cooked, but now it needs to just brown, so I'll take it out in a second. So my grill goes through this funny phase where it's going to take ages, and then suddenly anytime I put in a bread, it's just going to, like, overcook it. So I'm trying to work it. Yeah, Dawn's an NHS worker. Shout out to NHS, all you key workers out there. I asked my mom how she felt about being a key worker. She was like, to be honest, I just want to stay at home, but she's doing her part. I made it myself 2 days ago, the first time, not the way I would have liked it. Yeah, you should try again for sure. The best part about this bread is I love that I can just make it vegan with a few little substitutes. My grandma does not appreciate it, but there we go. Here for the results. We're almost at the results. Can you make fried chicken? I can make fried chicken. Can't even speak English. Don't like making fried chicken. My mum loves to make fried chicken, but it's not like my favorite thing to do. But my mum loves it because she's obsessed with Koreans, and Koreans love fried chicken. So once in a while we always have loads of fried chicken. But my mum loves to, when she makes fried chicken, she takes cornflakes, crushes up the cornflakes loads, and uses that for the crunch. It's so good. So I do advise that. Stop ignoring Kitty. Oh, hi Kitty, sorry. How was your workout? Right, let's check on this. 2 seconds. Okay, still not done. When the bread, when the bread comes out of the oven, you're gonna need one of these brushes, pastry brush, to wipe on your oil or to wipe on your butter. So get ready for that. I said hey, saying hi to everyone that's coming in. Guys, don't forget to send me pictures when you make this. Okay, gonna get a plate out, ready for the bread. Let me show you. Right, second one's done, and because I've been leaving it in the pan, it's already starting to rise, but I just need room in my grill for 2. We'd rather be eating your bread. Yeah, we'd all rather be eating your bread, and I'm really hungry today as well. This is struggling. Korean fried chicken is the best. It is the best. Just ask my mom for tips. She's pro-Korean. the hell we wanted out in the kitchen. I just made a mess. Oh, don't. I'm always making a mess. Oman chips in flour cake. Oh my god. Okay, so guys, anyone that's from Oman, let me know, because I've got Oman chips now and I want to make a recipe and I can't decide. I was gonna like stuff them in the mandazi, like mandazi and chaidu. Shout out to them. Love those guys. But I don't know. I want to do something wild with my Oman chips and I just don't know how wild I can go with it. So let me get this out. 2 seconds, guys. Oh, right. We have a perfect bread. Give me 2 seconds. Next one's going in. So, perfect bread. Ow. Right, I'm going to try and show you, but it's not perfect yet. As soon as it comes out, can you see that? Wait, I need to put it on a plate. Ah. I need an assistant. My mum was meant to be my assistant and she just ran away. Can't handle this. Okay, most important step. You need to get loads of butter, and like loads, guys. And the idea of the butter, or if you're using oil, whatever, is it's going to soak it in to the bread. So then the bread will soften. So you'll find that when you take your bread out of the grill, it feels slightly hard. The minute you slather it in butter, oh my god, it's going to soften and it's heaven. Put as much as you want. Obviously Lurpak's salty, so I love it for the saltiness, and it's just going to soak in. Slathering it. I don't even melt my butter, just go straight in. I don't care, I'm ruining my mum's butter, but it's way better. And it's now like all slathered in. I'm gonna come closer. Grill's burning my face off, guys. Right, guys, can you see that? Let me turn up the camera the other way so I can show you. Give me a second. Oh, why am I fasting today? Hold on. How do we switch this again? Look, guys, going in for the kill. Can you see that butter? It's like still dripping. And that's what you want. And then the butter's going to soak all the way inside it. And then you've got the perfect bread. Can you see how it's kind of risen? It's slightly risen. You've got the perfect amount. And that's how you do it, guys. So, that's one flatbread done. Waiting for the Zato one so I can show you that. I'm going to keep making some more in the meantime. The Zato one's a bit more fiddly because of the leaf. So when you go to put the butter on, it's a bit of a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll show you when it comes out. So glad you guys, I'm starving too. This is ridiculous. Thank you. You all have to make this. There's actually no excuse not to make it. Like anyone who tells me they're not a bread maker or whatever, like I'm not really a massive bread maker. I don't love to make bread. But this is like the best. And it's so simple. It just involves a frying pan, it's great. Going in for the next. Just about that much, guys. It's about like a handful. Drop it on, and then just use your fingers. Gotta be quick. Obviously I'm not that quick. It took me a while to kind of get the knack for this. As soon as I got it, it's one bread I can make anyway, and I feel it's one bread you don't really need strict measurements for, because the consistency, you know what you're looking for in consistency.
Grill on high.
The grill is on high, Mum.
Oh.
My mum's now come down to put in her say because she has to. Right, going in for the sesame seeds. So guys, I want to do a live next week, and I have a really interesting live the week after. I'm actually working with a pastry company. Well, I don't know, I might save it to tell you guys, but next week I would like to do another live, and I'm trying to figure out what you guys want. I've had loads of people ask me how to do my what's this in English? Chapati or paratha. In Swahili we call it mkate wa kusukuma, which means to push, for the bread to push. So I'm thinking to do that because I actually made a stuffed version of it and it was great. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know. If you want to see me make something else, do let me know. But I'm trying to make this like a regular Saturday thing. How can you resist when I cook? I keep tasting food without realizing. Okay, so Muslims out there, I'm no sheikha or whatever. Okay, maybe it's a Shia thing, but apparently when you're fasting, you're allowed to like put a tiny bit on the end of your tongue to taste. My mum and Bibi say it, so you know what? Whatever my mum and Bibi say, I'm going to follow. I'm not going to hell for that. So you can taste it a bit. I think you should do it every weekend. Yeah, I think I'm going to make it an every like weekend thing. Until Saturday Kitchen put me on their show, I'm going to come to you guys with a new recipe every Saturday. So let me know what you guys really want to see next Saturday. I'm either thinking mandazi or I'm thinking mkate wa kusukuma, which is paratha, because we do our layers in a really funny way, and everyone keeps asking me how to do those layers. So yeah, it's a bit of a debate. So let me know. We are allowed to do it. Thank you, Dania. Someone who wears a scarf and is more religious than me is confirming that you can taste the food. Knew it. I didn't want to like put that in there, then I get told off. Mandazi. Oh, yeah, I think I may do mandazi. The problem with mandazi, guys, is I'm going to have to knead it by hand for you, in front of you, and I'm going to like break a sweat. I think I have to wear my gym clothes for this. Do you only do a live once a week? At the moment, I'm only doing a live once a week. I was thinking to do more, but I don't know if you guys want more. I don't know what days you prefer, if you'd watch it in the evenings. So that's why I pick a Saturday, because I feel like Saturday's a weekend, good morning time. But do let me know. I'm more than happy to switch it up. I don't say that scarf is not proof of anything. This is true, Daniel, but I have more faith in you than I have faith in me knowing more. Chapati. You want to see chapati? Okay, I can definitely... Let me just check on this bread. Okay, bread is not done. Grill takes forever. Thank God you guys have patience. Yeah, chapati. That was my project last week and it was great. Yeah, I have a few tips on how we do our chapati, and there's a little secret. My grandma says it's her secret that she got from her mum, and she swears that's why our chapati is so good. But I think I may do it. Chapati is my favourite, and it's great. It's really nice. It needs a lot of resting time, so I feel like I'm going to need many art attack moments for you guys. How about rice cake? Oh, burning over here. Yeah, I could do rice cakes. Rice cakes, if you do want to cook along, you're going to have to like soak your rice beforehand. What else can I do? Sorry guys, my eyes are going funny because the grill heat is going directly into my eyes and it's really painful. I just want to show you the za'atar and then we can kind of like move on from life. Okay, this bread is also cooked. Mandazi. Everyone wants mandazi. You should do more once a week. I should try and do more once a week. I need to find the right days. I don't know what days people like to see. Maybe I'll do one evening. Maybe like a Thursday evening or something. I think that could be good. Today, but you guys need to tell me what recipes you want as we're going to run out. I attempted chapati. Mume said 6 out of 10. I can get you the 10 out of 10. If you want 10 out of 10 chapatis, I'll teach you all 10 out of 10, so don't worry. He was making some chapati yesterday. Yeah, it's so good. Like, there's so many great ways. But I'm going to think mandazi and chapati. You guys keep asking me for dough recipes. Like, don't want to ask me for something easier. Like, please? No? Anyone? Anything? A breakfast? Right, this one's ready. Look guys, it's almost ready to the top, but my grill's slow. I'm going to show you the za'atar one. Oh, za'atar one is now done. Guys, make sure you use a cloth. I always forget to take a cloth and then I like burn my hands. I'm actually going to turn off the heat because I'm not going to cook anymore. Right, I'm going to come and butter the za'atar one with you guys. So give me a second. Bringing you over. I'm actually making chapati right now. What's your secret for layers? First, you need to just create as many, you need to roll it out really thin down here. Super, super thin. That's really important. After you've rolled it out super, super thin, you need to try and like roll it. You roll it out, then you roll it into a long sausage, make the sausage as long as possible, and then you spiral it in. There's so many. You want to see me make a tart, Gigi? That's a good one, actually. Yeah, maybe I can teach you guys how to do the vegan tart as well, because the vegan tart is really useful. And it can be applied across everything. Something with eggplant and beans. So we're not a massive eggplant. I'm not great at eggplant. I'm going to do it though. I do know a few good eggplant recipes. Traditional Omani breakfast. First, I'm going to need someone to tell me what they think a traditional Omani breakfast is, because I think that differs. Khubz mardouf is my traditional Omani breakfast. Khubz rokhal, which I cannot make to save my life. I don't think many of us can. Right, let me show you the other bread. Hold on, how do I flip? Flip. Okay. Right, here's the other bread. I'm going in with the, hold on. Going in with the butter. This has got za'atar on it, guys. So it's a bit harder with the butter to make the za'atar. Tambi, yeah, I could show you guys. Tambi's really quick and easy. I can show you a breakfast with tambi. Right, can you see? Butter's going on. This is so much harder, but za'atar is so good. This will melt, guys, so I'm just trying to slather it on for you. And then it's done. We have... Oh, tambi. Okay, I'm going to do tambi. Not many people know tambi unless you're Omani or Swahili. Okay, guys. we have our second bread. I'm going to try and flip this and I'm going to pick one up for you. Oh, my camera's gone sideways. Hold on. Okay, working with a tripod, that's very difficult. So guys, we have one flatbread. I'm going to cut it open for you. My hand is still doughy. Here we go. The moment of truth. Not like I can eat it, but whatever. Oh, perfect bread. Still hot on the inside. If you eat this fresh when it's hot, you're going to love me for it. Look guys. Doesn't rise loads, but it's really hard to show you. It's so spongy, so perfect. The perfect bread ever. The holes, little air pockets in it. Oh, it's so close to my face. If you just inhale the smell, then you feel like you're doing okay. I know, the steam. So guys, we have a perfect flatbread there. I know, it's so lovely. So there, you guys, you have it. You can all do it. And I want to see you all do it. I want to see the results. Yeah, I want to see like amazing ones. I want to see perfect ones. And this was the first one. Usually the first one doesn't come out so great. But I want to see what you guys can do. So please make it. Please tag me. I will definitely be doing another live next Saturday. I'm going to think of which one. Maybe I'll do a poll for you guys. But you guys just want everything. And I'm trying to satisfy you all. But yeah, this is my live today. Thank you all for tuning in. And message me if you need any help. Or if you got lost along the way or need a few tips. I'm always here. My mouth is also drooling. Just trying to hold it back. But yeah, message me if you need any tips. Make sure to please tag me in all your photos because you know how much I love it. Salma poured water to my dough, so now I have no... It's fine, Gigi, just send me a picture and I'll help you out. It's fine if she poured water, you can just add a bit more flour. We can figure it out. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into another live and I will see you next Saturday. We're going to call this Dina's Saturday Kitchen, okay? Bye. Oh.